Should you leave your brokerage? That is the question that we're addressing today. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've had to re-record this video because when I read this article, or when I read this title to the article, I thought, what a really good article in terms of, topic. But when I read, should you leave your brokerage? 5 questions to ask yourself. And even when I read this, should you tough it out in your current brokerage or risk the unknown by leaving? When I read that, actually, I'm going to ask you, when you read that, does that lead you to believe that this article is going to be about going to another brokerage? Like, questions to ask yourself before you leave or giving you an indication if you should leave your brokerage for another brokerage. So go from brokerage to brokerage. So a brokerage switch, that's option 1. So let me know if that's how you interpret the title of this article. So comment down below. Or when you read that title, again, should you leave your brokerage? 5 questions to ask yourself. Does that title lead you to believe that it's about leaving the industry altogether? Should you leave real estate? So comment 2 if that's how you read it down in the description or in the comment section. Because I'll be honest, I did not see it going down that way. So I was going halfway through the questions. They made no sense, at least how I interpreted the title. And honestly, if I'm going to be completely candid with you, it didn't make sense on the other side of the equation either, on questions to ask if you're in real estate. So this article is courtesy of Inman. We use Inman quite a bit. So, and nothing against Inman, and nothing against this article. I think this is just, I think the title kind of really threw things off. I'll just put it that way. So, what we're still going to do is we're going to address the questions that you should ask yourself if maybe now is the right time to leave your brokerage to go for another. That's how we're going to interpret it, because basically that's how the title reads. And I think that's a better topic to cover. I don't necessarily want to start talking about you should leave the industry and all that fun stuff altogether. So I think there's other options that you can explore before that happens. Now, if you do end up getting out of the industry, well, that's one thing. But I think there's some questions that you can ask yourself that maybe it's not you, maybe it's the brokerage. In some cases, it's the other way around. Maybe it is you. In most cases, it really is you. So again, here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask questions, or the questions that you should be asking yourself before you change a brokerage, or if you're contemplating a brokerage change, ask yourself these questions. So number 1, what's the financial scene look like? So what is the split? Can you make better splits out in another brokerage? Now, it's going to be impossible to compare apples to apples. I recognize that, because there's some desk fees, there's some splits, there's some opportunities that the brokerage might provide you. There's some support that another brokerage might provide you. But at the end of the day, when the commission check is cut, how much of it do you get to keep? So I'm a big fan of encouraging all of the agents that I work with, whether it's from the coaching side or from the brokerage side, or really since day one, is shop around every single year, see what is out there. Now, you're not being disloyal, you're not being anything like that. I think you need to look after your family first. So you don't necessarily owe the brokerage anything. You don't owe your team leader anything. It's your business at the end of the day. So really analyze, what's the financial situation like. That's something that's going to be instrumental. So ask yourself, is this the best financial situation that I can be in at this point in time, with my experience, with my track record, with my book of business? Is this the best financial setup arrangement that I have right now? So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, do I have the training that I need? Now more than ever, you see in this particular channel, you see lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. And essentially every single lawsuit that gets filed essentially means it's more pressure on the commission. Commission compression is a real thing, especially the way that we as agents get compensated. So now more than ever, do you have the training necessary? I was actually just reviewing, picking different topics to cover for today's video. And I almost went with an email that was sent out by NAR today with their accredited buyer, what's that last letter? Not award, certificate or something like that. The accredited buyer certificate, where they were at once charging $200+ for that accreditation. That's what it is, accreditation. And now they're offering it for free. Well, it's a little bit late. It's a little bit late for that, NAR. We should have been, this should be mandatory for everybody to get into NAR. You shouldn't be charging, or should have been charging 200 plus for this accreditation or designation, because now we're in the situation that we're in. But anyway, I digress. Do you have the training necessary in your current setup to adjust to, the way of doing business, right? Do you get the training that you absolutely need? Now something else that you want to ask yourself is, what's the culture like? Is this the right fit for you? Is this the right place that you need to be in, or do you feel like you're really not being supported? Do you feel like this is probably, there's the way that I'm trying to market my business, whether that's through video, whether that's through using artificial intelligence, whether that's through using any other type of technology, doesn't meet resistance? Am I always told just to hop on the phone and cold call 100 people every single hour or something silly like that, right? So really understand, is this the culture that I want to be in? Is there a better fit for me? At the end of the day, we're not looking to just make emotional decisions. I recognize that. You're also looking to be as logical as possible, but there's something to be said for culture. There's something to be said for the right fit that is, that's going to help you in your business. Now, something else that we want to recognize and really be honest with ourselves with is, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's not the brokerage, right? So really and be introspective at one point in time and just really analyze, am I putting out the effort that I need to put out to have the results that I want, right? So the brokers may be providing you training. You may not think it's the greatest in the world, but they're providing you training. They may be providing you support. They may be providing you the community that you're looking for. They may be providing you the resources. They may even be doing some things for you. They may have some services in-house that are helping facilitate your business. However, if you're the one that's not taking the action, if you're the one that doesn't attend the trainings, doesn't ask for support, doesn't ask for, hey, where do you get the scripts, or how can I get access to the scripts that we have, or how can I use the video editor that the group has? If you're the one that's not taking advantage of that, then it's on you there. So if you look for another brokerage, you're going to run into the same situation. You carry you with you. So I think those are a few questions that you should be asking yourself. If there's if you don't have the community that you're looking for, seek one out. Doesn't always mean that you have to change the brokerage, but there are communities out there that you can pay for, or communities out there that are absolutely free that would gladly take a active participant in their community. So being active and participating is a big component of that. Are you getting the training? If you're not getting the training, well, then you need to either go and pay for this training, go seek out that training, or do something that will help you advance and stay in this business a little bit longer. Do you have the support? Same thing. You can either go out there and get it while you're still in this brokerage or in the brokerage that you're with, or seek a better situation out there that will provide you that with the resources there as well. Do you get the resources that you need, or do you find yourself coming out of pocket for all the CRMs, coming out of pocket for all the scripts, coming out of pocket for all the templates? Does your brokerage provide you that, right? Because there's plenty of brokerages out there that will provide you high quality resources. You just have to make the switch and take advantage of them. Same thing with the services. Does your brokerage provide you some services outside of you being able to hang your license with the brokerage and then working your butt off hoping to close something? That's something to be mindful of. And of course, the financial component. Are you in a better situation now, or can you be in a better financial situation with the book of business that you have, with the experience that you have in another brokerage? Can they provide you a better, just right out of the gate, can they provide you a better financial scene, or can they provide you a better opportunity? So different revenue streams, different ways to make money with the same book of business that you have. Those are the things that I would consider as you're asking yourself, hey, is this the right fit for me still? At the beginning, this brokerage was the right fit for me, but I outgrew it, or just things have changed. I'm at a different point in my career to where it doesn't make sense for me to stay at this brokerage now. I should probably consider seeking another route. Anyway, those are the questions that I would be asking. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. I'll see you tomorrow.